Welcome everybody to another great episode of Brutally Honest. I am your host Stitches MBC with
Jaylene.
Now she's Jaylene. She used to be Miss Stitches, but now
Miss
it's Miss
Stitches.
Jaylene. Oh, now she throws it out there.
I'm both.
It's too late. It's too late. Because she's both. Anyway, so today we're actually going to be doing a part 2 of a step parent episode. Why? Well, besides because I feel like it. Now, because a couple of weeks ago we actually did do a step parenting episode, but we was also talking about a co-parenting episode as well. It was a short episode, but at the end of the episode we both felt like we had more things to say, and I also didn't feel like it was right for us to mix those topics, because a co-parenting situation and a step parenting situation is completely different. Press 1 if it's live. If you guys are watching live, press 1, because we got new viewers, so they don't know what I mean. Sometimes they be like, press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay. They don't know what the heck I'm talking about. If you guys are watching live, press 1 so we can say what's good. And if you guys are watching on a replay, press 2. Those who are watching on a replay, make sure you guys comment, because out of the two of us, I will be the one that goes actually back and respond to all the comments as well. She likes to only respond to the live ones and the ones she actually knows personally. This private person over here. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's had a great day. Quick, let me know where you guys are watching from. Where you guys are watching from. Que yo te digo a ti que ustedes con las mujeres se necesita demasiada paciencia. You need patience.
Yeah. I'm done.
Sharon
I'm done.
and everything.
Done.
So I could shut up. I shut up and you're on the show now.
Yes. Hey, you know the whole thing about the step parent? I have 3 things to talk about. And then I have 2 questions. So... You wanna know? You wanna know the first one?
I'm you on by yourself.
Oh, he's letting me. I bet. Okay. So here's the first one.
Oh, right back to it. So before we get the show started, let's give him a quick intro. Jeez. So last week was good, Juju. Was good, Joanne. Everybody who's watching live, press 1 so we could say what up real quick. And definitely, this is an open conversation show that we do here. So any comments, we would do our best to respond to all the comments and especially mention them during the show. We definitely greatly appreciate it. Last week, my son was actually on spring break, so Jaylene actually had the opportunity to spend enough time with him. One of the things that we're going to be getting to during this show is bonding. How do you create that bond with your stepchild? The good thing about that is that, well, the first thing about that is you actually need the time to do so. So I am happy that Jaylene was able to take a couple of days off from work and to be able to spend it with my time. It actually gave her and him the opportunity to get to know each other better and spend each other better, and also, but not least, get on each other's nerves. That's how you do it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just ready.
Ready.
Okay.
Ain't nobody even watching. She's out here talking.
I told you.
We're talking about step parenting, the step parenting roles. And no, it is not your job to replace his mother. That's actually I'm just saying the caption. I mean what I say. I said what I said. It's not your job to be replacing the father. It's not your job to be replacing the mother. They have a mother, hopefully. They have a father already. That's not your job. Y'all should be feeling relieved right now. That's actually a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Okay.
Jaylene. I'm referring to you as Jaylene. That's how you opened up the show.
Excuse me. Okay, so how will you guys react? It could be, from a man or a woman. How will you guys react if you keep trying your best and trying, so you can get along, with the child or with the children's, and then it's like everything you do, you feel like you're being rejected from them, Me, personally, I will get tired of trying. So, meaning by that, I wouldn't even try anymore. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to try anymore, because every time I do something or everything I do is not working. So I'm like, what else can I do? You can't force the kids to like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you, you know? But maybe with the time, like, you know, whenever, how many time passes by, the child is probably gonna be like, okay, you know what, she's gonna be in the picture, he's gonna be in the picture, like, whatever, I'm still gonna make, you know, like, their life miserable, whatever. But you know, but you just get tired. You get tired of it to the point. And I have seen this, and I know people, they've left their partner because of the kids. Like, they left them. They're like, oh, hell no. You know what? Fuck this. I'm leaving. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But me personally, like, I would just get tired. Like, I would even
try anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then they're probably going to be looking, you know, looking for you. Oh, why aren't you giving me attention? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? You know? Like, no. I'm me personally, I would get tired of it.
I'm leaving you alone.
Come on.
You gotta pass me the rock, girl. Pass me the rock. Pass me the rock. Pass me something, though.
Here.
Pass me
No,
something,
I'm
though.
saying, like,
what are you passing me?
Okay, but like, how would you react, like, to the situation that you keep trying and trying and trying, and then you just keep getting rejected?
Well, first,
how would you handle the situation?
Everybody watching live, press 1. Everybody that's watching on the replay, press 2. This question actually goes to everybody that's watching right now. The question at hand is, how would you react if you're in a step-parenting situation and you try to do your best, you try to do your all, you're always there for the child, you're trying to your best, you're going out your way to make sure that you have a good relationship or with them, make sure that it's a peaceful situation for everybody. You're trying to get along with the guy or the girl, you know, I was like, daughter or son, and you still feel rejected. You still feel like it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, doesn't matter what it is that you say, you still feel like it's being unheard, you still feel like you're unappreciated, you still feel like the child is not even paying attention to you. You feel like it doesn't matter what you do or what you say, the child is still not going to like you. Is that the question?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to not rebuttal, but I'm going to hit you with this question. How much time does it go? How much time needs to pass by before you give up trying?
Well, me, because I know people would just quit automatically. I would just be like, okay, whatever, I'm going to let it slide, I'm going to let it slide, I'm going to let it slide, I'm going to let it slide until I'm ready. It could take a year.
A year?
It could take 2 years. It could take a couple months.
How long? Average. Because you said 1 year, 2 years, a month. That's very different. Average. Give me a time. The question right now, how long do you take trying to get along with your stepkids and they still be rejecting you?
As long as it takes for them to accept you. You know? They're gonna, you know, they'll be like, okay, you know what, like, yes. It could take, I don't know, because it's depending on them. It could take them a month, it could take them a couple weeks, it could take them a year. I don't know. So, to me, personally, as long as, you know.
Now she's talking about 10 years over here.
Damn, 10 years?
Listen,
no.
And at the end of the day, this is a good question to put up front because a lot of people are going through this situation where, like you said, you keep trying, and the child, you know, but at the end of the day, it is normal to feel that way. It is human of anybody to be feeling that way. You know, you keep trying to do what you got to do, pero como quiera. Por fin, Esmeralda. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. We do appreciate the comments and the shares as well. Juju says, I will back off and let the parent do majority of the bonding. I will still do what I could from it. Okay. How would I feel? I would feel rejected. You know, I don't want to talk too much about my own personal life here, but what else can I talk about my own personal experiences? I'm not here to talk about somebody else's shit. I don't give a fuck. I got to talk about what I've been through, because only I've been in my shoes. Only I can speak from my heart. This is from my heart. You know, I've been in that situation where it didn't matter what I did, and it was always a rejection type of feeling. So like how I said, you do feel unappreciative. To answer the question as far as how long would you put up with it, I think there's two major factors when it comes to that. Number one would be the level of disrespect, if any disrespect. Mm-hmm. You know, if there's any type of disrespect, then the other parent, their biological parent, should check it immediately. That's number one for me. Number two is, how much do I want to be with this person? How much do I want to be with the parent, with the kid's parent of the person that I'm involved with? Do I want to be with them that bad? Then my tolerance for dealing with it is going to be higher. I'm going to put up with it a lot longer than I would if I don't really want to be with their mother that much. If I don't really want to be with them like that much, it might just take a week. Straight up. But if I really want something and I see the potential and I see the love and I'm feeling happy with that person, then it's going to take a lot for me to give up on that person because of the kids.
Yeah.
One of the things that I wanted to mention when it comes to that, this is why I was trying to get at you so hard as far as how long would you give it? One of the things that you should know, I should know, everybody watching should know, and everybody that will be watching should know, is that on average, it takes 2 years for the kids to get adjusted to the situation. Some of the things that can make it easier for the transition is, I'll mention one of them. The kid feeling that the new person involved is not causing issues with their parents. So let's take it personal. Let me talk to you directly. As long as Michael knows that you're not causing any issues between me and his mom, it'll make things easier for my son. Because he's not going to have anything to latch onto that's negative or an excuse of why he shouldn't get along with you. Well, you don't get along with my mom, why should I? Well, it's because of you why my mom and my dad are always fighting. If we can eliminate that factor, it will make the transition for my son or anybody else's kids a lot easier for that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I wanted to say. It takes 2 years for the kids to actually get adjusted. Y'all so perfect. I love these videos. Don't stop. Keep me coming. This is actually the last live. I'm glad you caught it, though. Joanne, sometimes the kid will never come around. I was with my ex 8 years. He never came around. What's poppin', Chris? Mr. Wreck Boy himself. We're talking about step-parenting role. The question we're talking about right now is you're in a happy relationship and I'm happy for you. But what would you think would be how long a person would take to get along with their stepkids and things just don't seem to work out? A year, 2 years, 3, 10, whatever it is. What we just been speaking about was it does take the children on average. It could be 1, it could be 3. But on average, it takes the kid about 2 years to actually get adjusted. Now, as far as Joanne, sometimes the kid will never come around. I was with my ex for 8 years. He never came around. So my question for you personally, Joanna, from your specific situation is, what did you do about it? I understand that he's your ex, and we're not gonna assume that that's the reason y'all broke up. It might have been. If so, if you are open enough to let us know, let us know. But what was the dynamic? What did you do? How did you behave? How was the behavior? How was the energy in the house with the kid that never came around? That's my question.
But it also depends how old the kids are. Because if they're little, they're not gonna know. Of course, they're gonna automatically like you.
But if they're big, they have their own lives to live. They're caring more about the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend, or they're just your friends or just hanging out at the mall. Yeah. So if they're too young, tato, I'm in agreement. But I'm also going to add, if they're old enough, they're also not going to care. But we're talking about the middle phases. Maybe from like the 5 to like the 12-year-olds. Is what we're really talking about.
Yeah.
Esmeralda, I never dated anyone with kids, and I don't have kids of my own, but I will say this. If I ever involved myself with someone, wow, a whole paragraph. Should have never clicked more. Those kids as much as they were my own. Let's focus on that. You would love the kid as much as they are your own. And you know what? Because a lot of kids, they could be very malicious and very evil. Let's just say it for what it is. A lot of kids would say, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my stepmom.
You mean you're not my mom?
True. You're not, or you're right. They'll say, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my mom. Or you're just my dad's girlfriend. It's not like you guys are not married. You're not my stepmom. Technically speaking, he might be right if you guys aren't married. It's not like the kid is lying about it. But that doesn't give him or her an excuse to behave a certain way as far as disrespecting or as far as not listening to their potential stepmom or stepdad to be.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me. What's next?
Okay, will you punish my daughter without me knowing?
Oh.
Okay, in general. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like asking you. Okay, in general.
You are asking me, but she looked at me like we got a camera here. Can you make it seem like it's for everybody watching? Damn.
I'm sorry, I forgot. All right. Okay. It's kind of like I don't know how to. Anyways,
I'm not gonna word it for you. You're in charge.
Will you punish your partner's? Okay, your stepchild without them knowing. Me, depending how long you guys, we're together. Like, we could be 5 years together. Yeah, I'm not going to let you know. It's been like 5 years. No, I'm not going to let you know. So everything is depending how long you guys have been together. If you guys have been together for like less than a year, oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now this question, my response for this question actually depends. The question is, would you punish your stepchild? Keep it simple. Would you punish your stepchild? Would you discipline your stepchild? Yes or no? That's a very black and white answer because everything depends. There's a lot of factors to this. We're going to get to the comments. Trust me, we're going to get to the comments. Me personally, for my own personal situation that I am now, which I'm with your ass right now, talking about us, no, I wouldn't. It's still too new and things like that. If after a year, it depends how much time and how much I am around your daughter to even consider something like that. Mm-hmm. So let's put in something in context for perspective. Let's give an example. Let's say we're all living together, and we've been living together for I'm gonna keep the least amount, 6 months. We've been living together. Your daughter's here, our kids are, everybody's together. We're all home for 6 months. Would I punish your child? I'm not gonna say punish. I don't like that word.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say discipline. Mm-hmm. Yes, I would. Only to the point of that I know whatever it is that I'm doing to discipline her is me following in your footsteps. Mm-hmm. For an example, how would you punish her for doing certain things? I'm gonna follow your recipe. So if you say, or if you do, you take away her phone, I'ma feel like it's okay for me to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Would I take it to the next level? Never in my fucking life would I ever do that.
Yeah.
What's the next level? I mean, I don't hit my kids, so I'm definitely ain't gonna hit nobody else's kids. So let's just be brutally honest about that. Yeah. I ain't gonna do that. But what would be the next level of taking their phone away? I don't know what it is because their phone is their lifeline nowadays, right? But let's just say something else would be like, oh, you can't go out and chill with your friends outside. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do that because you've never done that in front of me. So I wouldn't feel comfortable of adding anything to the discipline to your child. My child, I'm going to do whatever I want because that's my child. Mm-hmm. I do whatever I want. But the other parent needs to lead by example. So if you take her phone away because she's disrespectful or she's not doing her chores or for whatever it is, you were like, okay, you're off your phone for an hour. I'm going to feel comfortable with like, you know what? You got to be off your phone for an hour. Would I let you know? Of course I would let you know. Would I let you know beforehand? Depends. Depends on the situation, you know, like because if it's erratic and it has to be right then on the spot, then I have to do what I got to do. I'm not going to be like, hold up, let me talk to your mom. No, you should trust me enough for me to handle what I have to do. Mm-hmm. That's why you left me with the child in the first place. So that's my response to that.
Bueno. But that was a good answer.
Well, that's my
Because
answer.
I mean, like, I would do the same thing, like I would take away like the phones, or like, no, you can't play games. I mean, video games. Just everything is,
That's a good one too.
yeah.
Like no video games, no Xbox,
video
and
games,
no
TV.
PS5. Wink, wink.
No PS5. No. Mm-mm.
Joanne says, as far as the question, as far as she was trying to get along with her partner's kids, and no matter what she did, she couldn't get with it. It's been 8 years, and this is what she's responding to. As far as when I asked her how did she deal with it, and she says, I just let him be and gave him time with his dad when he came to visit, and he was 6 when I met him, and I respected his space. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like on we guys, why is this your last life? Why is this our last life? Because she's so damn at home, and I respected his space. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like on we guys, why is this your last life? Why is this our last life? Because she's so damn annoying, and I can't keep it como un mosquito. It's like a mosquito.
Oh, I don't care, but you like it. You like it. Oh well, yup. No, it's the last of the month. The last live of the month.
I'm trying to take the whole month of April off, and you still trying to drag my ass out of here.
Dang, why the whole month of April?
Because, I want to do some extracurricular activities on Mondays.
Eh.
Oh, she ain't mad now. She's like, yeah, you know what? The whole month of April, pa fuera.
See, you guys are
Let's see, Betty. Not necessarily punished, but a conversation should be had with both the child and the parent. I do agree with that, but not completely. The only thing I don't agree with is both the child and the parent. I believe, and this is my opinion, doesn't mean I'm right or wrong, but my opinion is leave the child out of it. The child does not need to know about these type of conversation. The conversation, yes, it should need to be had, but not with the child involved.
Yeah.
Not with the child involved. Unless the conversation that you're having is with the child and the child's biological parent. So if I need to have this conversation with my son or my daughter, I'm going to have this conversation with their mother. I'm not going to try to have this conversation with my son and his stepmom or my girlfriend, whatever title y'all want to put out there. One reason is because it's going to make you uncomfortable. Second reason is because the child is going to have resentment towards you, even though you had nothing to do with it. All right, that's just my piece. Y'all could what is disciplining to you? Disciplining to you is teaching your child a lesson that they can always remember. For an example, I've been beat my ass a whole bunch of times in my life. ¿Tú sabes con cucharo? Well, that's the big ass spoon that y'all cook rice with. I've been beat my ass with that shit too. Dang. With rosary. My mom did what she had to do to raise me. I ain't mad at her. I love you, mother. Te amo con todo mi corazón.
I mean,
mi bella, te adoro. But I don't know if that's how you. Was that how your upbringing was?
Well, I mean,
you look like you missed a few ass beatings.
No, trust me, I've gotten like matapabocas.
Yeah, you look like you could use a few more. So all I'm saying, nah, but that's what disciplining is. And as far as that is, I never hit my kids or nothing like that. Yes, I do punish them, but I also let my kids know why it is that I'm punishing them. Like for an example, if he wasn't doing good at school, I would punish him. You know what? No more phone for you. Why? Because I got a bad grade? Well, the reason why you got a bad grade is because you're too focused on your phone, which is why I'm taking the phone away from you so you could focus more on school. Now, you guys might say, okay, just because he's not on his phone doesn't mean he's going to be focused more on school. You guys are right about that. But what I mean about that is this. If I'm taking his phone away, then his mind is not on that phone. Like us, we'll scroll through social media, we'll scroll through YouTube, we'll scroll through apps as far as streaming services. Yeah. And when we're off of that, our minds are still recycling these memories. Like we're still thinking about it. Like, oh, when I go back on it, I want to check out this show. Oh, that was a cool YouTube video. Oh, I want to check. You see, our minds are still on that phone, even though physically we're not on it. And that's my reason. You guys can agree, disagree. If you do agree, talk to me. If you disagree, talk to us too. Listen, I'm over here just reading comments. You're supposed to be running this show. What's the next thing you want to talk about?
I'm letting you talk. Okay, Mr. Over here, John. I'm the rookie. Okay, the next question.
We're going to get back to the rest of the comments.
The next question is, anyways, you mentioned something like that earlier. What's the easiest way to bond with your stepchild?
Fantastic. I have a question. For you. What's the easiest way to bond with my child?
Play video games. Spend more time with him.
Okay.
Play board games. You know?
Because y'all bored. Y'all play board games? That's such a oak.
Well, a little bit, just a little bit, you know. Yeah, but stuff like that. Take a walk. If you have a bike, go bike riding around the neighborhood. Feed the ducks. I'm just saying.
He loved that actually.
I know. I did.
He loved that actually.
I know he did. Hey, I like that too.
I'm with you on that one.
But just like the littlest things, that they like. Like if he or she is into anime, watch anime with them.
All right, hold your thought. Let's act like this is gonna be a clip. Now I'm gonna clip for you and edit so you two upload on your Instagram. All right. So let's do it over again. So remember everything you said, okay? Just add more to it.
I'm gonna try.
All right. Look at the camera. Stop looking at me. I know I'm handsome, but look at the damn camera. So I have a question. And she's laughing already. So I have a question. Jay and everybody tuning in right now watching, I would love you guys' feedback. How would you get along with my child? What would you do to build a special bond with my kids?
Bueno, with Michael, I will watch anime. Anime, play video games.
With my child. What would you do to build a special bond with my kids?
Bueno, with Michael, I will watch anime. Anime, play video games, play board games, because I know he likes board games.
Because he's always bored.
Lindo. Anyways, I'm going to probably end up playing basketball with him too. He likes basketball, feeding the ducks. That's another good thing.
So when it comes to that question is how do you build a bond with your stepchild? Is by, and this is not just for stepchild children too either. Like this is for your kids as well. Like how do you build a bond with kids, period?
Oh, okay.
Is by showing interest in what they already have interest in. Mm-hmm. Like how you said, okay, my son likes anime. All right, cool. Let's watch some My Hero Academia. Oh, my son likes to play basketball. Like you said, cool. Let's go shoot some hoops. My son likes video games. He likes a couple of sports out there. He's not into soccer, his Colombian ass, maybe later on. But, he likes a certain thing. He likes board games. He loves board games and stuff like that. So you would do what he's interested in. And that's what we all should be doing as far as building a bond with not just our stepkids, but our kids as well. I love basketball. I grew up playing basketball. So it's pretty easy for me when my son's like, he wants to go play ball. That was easy for me. Anime, it was just Dragon Ball Z for me. So he's putting me on to all this other stuff. And now we're over here watching Attack on Titans.
Yes.
Which is pretty good. Just throwing that out there. But it's just showing interest in what your kids are interested in. Juju, it all falls back into time and how long the step-parent has been in the child's life. If your child is disrespectful, especially when you are not around, I feel that I should be able to correct them. I agree with that. And of course, have a conversation with you to let them know why you disciplined the child. Definitely. I wouldn't even wait for Shorty to get home though. I'm gonna let her know ASAP. As soon as the discipline was done, or if a chance before the discipline was done, I will let my partner know about that. Get to know what they like or dislike. Let them know what you are into if something differs. That's kind of cool too though, because we're over here talking about what the child is interested in. as far as building a bond, I feel like, yeah, it is important to let the child know what you're interested in too. I'm not saying you go over here and take my son to get mani and petties. That's not what I'm saying. She's laughing.
I can't stop.
Because you thought about it. You're just like, maybe I should get him a manicure. I come home, my son got garlic and all this glittery stuff on. I was like, what's going on? Hair all dyed. Te pasaste. Te pasaste. Poquito. But I do like that she mentioned that. Oh, but one of the things that we should mention, last time we had this episode, we was talking about how you would react if, if another child is disrespectful in public. There was something that we didn't mention about that. There was a certain way where I was like, you know what, okay, I'm just going to keep my distance from it as long as it's not a personal interaction. We were saying stuff like, we will correct it right there. Our children shouldn't be acting out in public and things like that. But there is something that we should mention as far as when it comes to judging those that we don't know their situation in. A lot of times we may see kids acting out and behaving inappropriate, disrespecting their mother and their father out there. And a lot of times we would look at that situation and we would judge the parents as if they're unfit or they don't know what they're doing and things like that. But maybe we should take a step back from judging and try to be more understanding when it comes like, man, maybe the kid is going through something. Maybe the kid has ADD or something. Something is up with the kid where the parents is trying to deal with it too. And that's a very difficult situation. I thank God I'm not in it, and you're not in it either. But that I don't have to go through that with my kid, so I can only understand how difficult it is dealing with your child like that, which you love and you will give your last tear to. And you're still trying to have a good time when you're going out. Like, damn, I still want to go to fun spot. Damn, I still want to take him or her bowling. But I know he or she's going to act out or might have an episode. So I do feel for things like that. So as far as people who are experiencing this or watching this or spectating this, let's try to take a step back. My son loves feeding the ducks. So
I like feeding the ducks too.
Quality, Rebecca R's quality time doing things they enjoy. I'm okay. We own that. We all own that page. We all own on that page. Anything left for the step parenting?
I'm done.
You done?
Yeah.
We've been here for 35 minutes. You sure?
I am.
I said it's a 30-minute minimum.
I said everything I needed to say.
It's a 30-minute limit. She got my ass out here for 40 freaking minutes.
Hi, Juju. I love you.
Okay, so speaking about that, me as a man, I will have something to say and I will beat your fucking ass if you have a work husband. But a work wife, we good.
You ain't whooping nobody's ass.
I got the belt right here. What you
DJ.
talking about?
And
Can we end the live before we get there? Let's see. Next time we go live, because we are gonna take next week off. They're gonna take the whole month off. To be honest, after your reaction, like I might just take the whole year off.
It's nice.
It goes like the next time we go live, which will be April. Let's see. 4th. April 4th will be the next time we go live. We're gonna be talking about how should you let's word it properly. How should you react if you are in a committed relationship and somebody slides in your DM? I'm wording it like that because men get hit on too.
Oh.
Women get hit on too. There's a whole bunch of thirsty dudes and females out there. So the April 4th conversation that we're going to have is, how should you react when someone slides in your DMs? Another one we're going to talk about is, if I'm single and I'm trying to holler at a shorty, and the shorty tells me, I'm married, right? I'm married. What's the point of me as a man asking, oh, word? Well, let me see your ring.
Yo, like it's like no.
On the April 4th. All right.
Okay.
April 4th.
I'm ready. I'm ready to talk.
Last thing we're gonna say about anything you want to say as far as the step parenting. You good? You got it off your chest?
Yeah.
You still did
I'll
it.
probably
I'm
end up
sure
like,
she's gonna
I
be
should've said
watching
this, I
all
should've
that.
said that.
I'm Betty, ignore it and move on. Hey Betty, you're moving ahead. That's April 4th. April 4th. April 4th. That's gonna be a fun. You know, this episode was real fun. We did our best to be enjoyable. You know, her silly ass over here with damn jokes and stuff like that. So you know, she's the funny one out of us two.
Deacon.
Jinx, we're not gonna move right. I did it first. But yeah, and that was another thing. The last thing I want to say as far as the step parenting thing, it goes like this: like support your partner. If an example, if I disciplined my child, I disciplined my son, and my son goes up to you. I can't believe my dad did this. I can't believe my dad did that. You shouldn't tell my son, I know that was messed up. I'll see if I could talk to your dad about it. Mm-hmm. That's not you supporting me. Mm-hmm. How you should react or respond is, yeah, but you know your dad has his reasons for it. Mm-hmm. That's how you support the parent. Because you know how kids are. Kids can be very manipulative. And they're very creative with their ways to get what they want.
They do.
So they use this guilt trip on you. Or they play this role as this, there's the victim. Kids are pretty damn smart. Let's be honest about that. So April 4th, we will see you guys again. Take a thumbs up.
Who did that?
Your girl, your work wife.
No, she put laughing.
No, your
she
work
put
wife.
She put laughing emojis. Yes, she did. That was not her.
It's hearts and cares over here. I prefer a mean face other than that. But thank you guys all for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Press 1 if you guys was watching live. Press 2 if you guys were watching on the replay. We did our best to respond to all the comments. My son, Juju, my son who has autism, was like that from age 1 to 3. I would cry taking him into public. He would lash out and scream, and people would look and judge me. I know. And as I got older, I realized they don't live in my shoes, so I stopped caring. I actually had to correct the cashier for talking about my son not knowing he gets overstimulated. Yeah, as a parent, we are very overprotective, and we do whatever it is that we have to do to protect our kids. And at the end of the day, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like you said, ain't nobody in your house, ain't nobody in your shoes. Don't nobody knows exactly what it is that you're going through. We do appreciate everybody for tuning in. Tuning out is your boy Stitches NBC with
Mrs. Stitches.
You better not say Jaylene. We'll see you guys April 4th, and we'll see how we go from there. Because I'm really tired of talking to her ass already. Welcome everybody to another great episode of